Hey, it's Tasha from Kaleidoscope Living here. I'm excited to bring you this tutorial. This is one y'all have been waiting for and asking for, and today is the day. So I'm going to show you how I made these really cute DIY macrame plant hangers with, of course, a touch of color because that's what I do. So before we dive into how to make them, I just want to cover the materials that you're going to need for this easy and fun project. So you're going to need cotton rope, and don't worry, I'm linking all the materials I used below this video, so check that out. Cotton rope, you're also going to need rings to actually hang the plant hangers from. So I found these really cute brass rings that have kind of like a carabiner style clasp that worked great. You're also going to need whatever pots you actually want to plant something in. So you want to look for something that's 6 to 8 inches in diameter. I wouldn't go larger or smaller than that. I found these really inexpensive ones that are kind of like pink bubble, and I love them. So I'll link those for you, but you could really use anything in that size range. You're also going to need scissors, a measuring tape, and then the most important thing for this project is your yarn. Now, I bought this giant box. Well, it's not a giant box, but it has a giant number of colors in it. It's got, I think, 109 different spools of yarn in it. Side note, I call this embroidery thread, but it says yarn on the box. Anyway, they come in little spools like this, and you don't have to buy a huge box like this, obviously. That would make it an expensive project if this is the only time you're ever going to use this kind of yarn. But we have already completed a whole lot of projects with this yarn, including some really, really cute wrapped rope art that we have on my daughter's bedroom doors. That's why I bought a big box. I knew I wanted to do multiple projects using this kind of yarn. If you don't, just go to your local craft store and buy the like oblong spools that, if you're old like me, you used to buy to make friendship bracelets. They're super inexpensive. You can grab exactly the colors you want, none that you don't, and be on your way. So that is it. Let's dive into actually making these cuties. I absolutely love them hanging on our back deck. Let's do this. The first thing you're going to notice is that I had this outdoor rug sample handy so I could reference it as I chose my colors. The first thing you're going to do is roll out some of your cotton rope and measure it. Now, I knew I wanted my first hanger to be 40 inches long roughly when finished. So I measured it out to 40 inches. And then you want to actually double it up. So really each length is 80 inches, but 40 inches when it's doubled up. And then you're going to repeat that a total of 4 times. So what that means is you're going to have 8 pieces of rope for each hanger. After you have a total of 8 strands of rope, you're going to cut it off from your spool. And then you're going to cut apart only the bottom ends. You actually want to keep what's going to be the top of your plant hanger. You want to keep that looped over because the looped rope at the top of each plant hanger is what you're actually going to put in the ring so that you can easily hang these. In fact, that is the very next step. So you're going to take whatever ring you have chosen and you are going to place it through the 4 loops of rope at the top of your plant hanger. Now you are ready to start making this colorful. So I found it easiest to take one strand of the yarn and tie it tightly around the top of the rope just under the hanger so that it kept the strands of cotton rope kind of steady as I first started wrapping. Then you do want to keep your cotton rope just kind of neat and tidy so that it doesn't get tangled and so that everything lays nicely once you hang these up. Now, to start each color of yarn, I would use a tiny dab of hot glue just to hold it in place long enough for me to get a nice tight wrap. And I did this each time I changed colors. You'll see that as well. But then you just wrap and wrap and wrap. I didn't use any measurements in terms of the length that I wanted to include for each color. I just totally went based on what I thought looked good and my preference. So, there are no rules for this part. Whenever you finish a color that you have wrapped, just cut off the end, and then I used another tiny dab of hot glue to secure the end of one color before starting a new one. You can also see I added a little dab of hot glue to start the new color as well. You're going to repeat this process until you're done. Now you'll notice there's a color block section at the top of my planter and at the bottom. So once you finish the top section entirely, just end it with a dab of hot glue, and then you want to move down far enough on your planter so that you can have a nice color block section, but still leave a good 5-ish inches of rope exposed at the bottom. I did not take any measurements for this part. I'm just not super precise like that, so just eyeball it and wrap until you are all done. You can hang this so many different ways, but I chose to hang a curtain rod. I just attached it directly to the siding of our house, and then I clipped the carabiner rings onto them. Super easy, but you could do it many, many different ways. That's it, super easy, and I absolutely love how they turned out. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you're interested in becoming part of the Kaleidoscope Living community for free, just head to kaleidoscopeliving.com/subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll receive my weekly newsletter full of DIY and home decor ideas. And more importantly, you'll get access to our entire subscriber hub, which is full of freebies. Again, just head to kaleidoscopeliving.com/subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.